Hello. We're going to talk about a sailing game, and let me show you the sailing game. Here it is, Regatta. Rulebook, pieces, cards. It's got the sails, but this is a great game, but I'm not a big fan of it. I prefer the old classic from the 60s from 3M out of the sports line. So, here it is, Regatta from 1966. Made by 3M. We all know 3M, minerals manufacturing and metals, I believe. And out of St. Paul, Minnesota, they had a games division back in the 60s. And then it was, of course, bought out by Avalon Hill later on. And then Avalon Hill actually sold this game all the way up to 98. So let's open it up. I actually prefer this version over the Avalon Hill version. So this one's still in great shape for being a game from '66. It's got 3 different race courses there that you can use if you want, or you can make your own. Got some my notes on myself how to play the game, and then of course has the pieces. Has a 6-sided die, rule book, even still has the inspector sticker on it from the from when it was made, and then it has an island with the wind direction on it. Okay. Basically, how you play the game: buoys for the turns, and then metal sailing boats. So basically, how you play the game is with rolling the die, and each leg you can move depending on the direction of the wind in relation to your boat. Each leg you can move up to 3 spaces, 2 or 1, depending on the direction that your boat's in. And then each turn you roll a die. If you roll a 1, you only get 1 leg. If you get 2, you get 2 legs, and then you get 3. And then you roll an S. That's a wind change. Okay. Green is to the right, and red is to the left, port and starboard, I guess, in proper nautical terms. So it's a fun game, actually very relevant. Has some cards here. Yes, it's probably one of the first games to incorporate cards. Each person gets a puff, adds extra movement. Then, of course, if some of you guys know about sailing, has a spinnaker sail. So depending on where you're at in relation to if you're doing a running or a broad reach, old sailing terms there, you can use a spinnaker, and that will give you 1 extra movement point. Of course, it takes a whole leg to put the spinnaker up, and if you have ever put a spinnaker up in a sailboat, it does take a lot of work, even if you have a crew, and then taking it down too. So you lose a leg when you're taking it down, but it can mean the difference in winning the game if you're going 1 extra space per turn with a spinnaker on. So, like I said, Avalon Hill had this game as well up to, I believe, 98, but I prefer the 3M version. It's just a higher quality, and it's just unique and a joy to play with.